Shalom, my people. Shalom. Shalom, my people. Shalom. Hey, the name of this message is Judah is your name, black man. Judah is your name, black man. See, they don't want to call us by a biblical name because if they call us by a biblical name, it'll explain who we are. But they don't want to do that. So they hide our name, they hide our nationality. See, they got the man thinking he's nothing. They got the man even when a woman, we want the women to listen to us, but when the women speak, we want to be able to listen to them too. It's got to go both ways. Now, this woman said something about, come on, man, stop doing this. And the boy had his britches sagged all the way down beneath his butt. The woman came with her britches beneath her butt, or either she got to be even naked, if that's such a word, because the men are out doing the women trying to show their butt. And you had men come on and say, it don't say nowhere in the Bible about you wearing bonnets, because they getting defensive because they want to keep, and looking at the picture itself, look like they might be 50 years old. So why are you 50 years old saying something like that when you should be saying, you right, ma'am, you right? Because it's sad, it's a sad shame. I remember when it first started, I told my buddy, I said, hey, man, I said, they get in the Lord, the next stuff will be dresses. Because you can't get no Lord in nothing else but a dress now. So look at Westbrook. Then Westbrook come out with a dress, a long tight dress. Ain't they showing the black men with mini skirts on, come all the way up to way almost right by the private part? Because you can't get no Lord. So black man, wake up, black man. You from the tribe of Judah. I know the church ain't telling you from the tribe of Judah. They don't tell you who you are. You don't know who you are. I guarantee you, you go to these churches, you'll never hear them say anything about you in the Bible. They speak in general, but they'll never say who you are in the Bible, which don't make no sense. So I didn't know no better either. I was in Christianity church and I was stuck there. You have no idea what was going on. Here I am reading this, going there. I'm just thinking, my literal mind, I'm thinking these some people that I seen on TV, like the Middle East, and by seeing the picture of Jesus, I'm thinking he a white man. I'm thinking Middle East and white men. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not even thinking about Chinese or Mexican or nothing like that. So I'm just thinking we're supposed to follow this. But it just wasn't right. It just ain't sit right. Why they in the Bible, but we are not. We don't exist. They already said we're 2/3 of a human, 3/5 of a human being. In the Constitution today, and can't nobody tell me. I'm gonna tell you something. That's how you know being a elected official, black, white, green, or purple, is a bunch of crap. They go in there poor, come out rich. Even for even the so-called black caucus and then you got a black caucus. Why they ain't address taking this out of the union, taking this out of the Constitution that we are 3/5 of a human being? Why they ain't address that to take that out of there? Because they are not allowed to. It's just simple as that. You ever I show like I know I call out my leaders, Don Gaffney. They're our leaders. The Gaffney family is our leader. They've been running this there, the DUVAL, the North Side for years. Years. I have yet to see any stores go up for us. No stores go up. I grew up over there on the North Side. It looked better in the 70s than it do right now in 2022. You ride down Sute, it's raggedy. Pure ragged. All they do is pave the street every 2-3 years. Our parks is not, we got a park they call Yancey Park. It should be state-of-the-art park. Because you don't have nothing else. Where the money going? There's no stores in there. You got Harvard's in there. You got a Harvard. We don't even have a real live store. We don't have a Publix or Winn-Dixie. You got a piece of gas station on the corner. No restaurants. You got, I think it's called Tumors, Tunis. It's a little chicken place there. I went in there the other day. I see while you reading, open up your mind. I noticed the vents, and inside the vents, you see all the dust that's up in the vents. They got a plastic like a Winn-Dixie bag tied around the vents. And I look at it, they always have black women working back there. So it's a black girl back there. One of them got eyelashes about that doggone long. That long. And she got tattoo all on the side of her face, right here. I said, this is the only place you can get a job at. She'll never go no further. Because you can't never go to a corporate job with that on your, and then it's an unk. See, we so confused. We don't know who we are. We don't know nothing. But first, I have to get the man right. If the man not right, our women won't be right. Our children won't be right. Society won't be right. Your neighborhood, your community, nothing will be right if a man don't know who he is. That's why we do all these different things. We trying to find an identity because our identity had been stolen from us. They told us that we was black. They told we were black. They said you black. And none of us, no one near black. Even the darkest person you know, not black. That's a color. That's a crayon. They just do us in a kind of way and we accept it. Hey, the word Judah. Judah means praise. So can you imagine that your name means praise? Your name means praise. And it is a Hebrew name. Jew is short for Judah. In Judaism, Judah is the fourth son of Jacob. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to tell you where we come from. He's the fourth son of Jacob. 12 tribes of Israel. We the fourth son of Jacob. We the one. I'm going to get to it. I don't want to move ahead of myself. Go to Genesis 49. Genesis 49. Let me get to it real quick. See, we don't even know who we are. We don't even know our name means praise. See, they give us a name that don't have no meaning. Black means dark, shady, or dangerous. Look how our real name sounds. It's a praise. It means praise, man. Wow, it's our real name. It's short for Jew. When you hear that word Jew in the Bible, he's talking about you. That's why I said we got names and nobody never taught us that. Nobody never kept down there and showed us who we were. I didn't never know who we were until I started reading and studying. But guess what? Until you all start reading and studying, you'll never know. Revelation 1 and 3 blesses the man that readeth. So if you don't read, you won't know who your nationality is. 49:8. Judah, their art, he whom thy brother shall praise. Their hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Their father's children shall bow down before thee. Who are enemy? You got to go to Deuteronomy 28:6-8. The Most High said, you shall be sold unto your enemy. So who you were sold to, all the nations that you are sold to is your enemy. The Lord said that our brethren shall praise us, which is the other 12 tribes of Israel. They're going to pray because we the top. I'm gonna tell you why they're going to praise us and why they do what they do, because we are the top tribe of the 12 tribe. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why we the top tribe, because we are the trendsetters. And we got a father that we come from a bloodline. And you'll see why I tell you this. Because you got to understand, they follow us. Not the 12 tribes to us is everybody. But who they follow? So you have to use the pattern, see what's going on. Who do they follow? They follow the black man. The black man, he set all the trends. So whatever he do, they do. You know what I'm saying? The world follow after us. So if you don't want to have a nationality, you can continue to call yourself black. If you do, tune in and learn who you are. I'm going to read it to you again. Judah, thou art he whom thy brother shall praise. Their hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. They're going to bow down before Judah. And I'm going to tell you why they're going to bow down before Judah, because we come out of a bloodline that you won't even realize the bloodline you come out of until I show you. That's why they didn't want to never tell you who your nationality, people. Listen to me. They don't want to tell you who you are, because once you find out who you are, you act different. You feel different. You walk straight forth. You walk up. You won't have your britches sagging. Your woman will be in order. Your children will be in order. Your house will be in order. You will be in order. Once you find out your bloodline, when you find out where you come from, but guess what? They don't want to do that. They don't want to teach you who you are, and they ain't gonna never teach you all, because then you'll find out who you are and wake up. Go to Revelation. Go to Revelation. It's the new and old. Revelation 1:14-15. This describes Judah. This describes your Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. See what I'm saying? This describes, and this is your bloodline. This is where you come from. That's why I got to describe to you what it looked like. I'm gonna tell you something, folks. I want you to concentrate on this guy here. I'm not saying this him. See right there? Concentrate on him as I describe this to you. And this is Caesar Borgia right here. This is the Jesus that you worship. This is who we really like, but they changed the picture over time. If you go back, you can go back every 3-4 years, you see how they change the picture, how he look. But check this out. I want you to concentrate on this while I describe this man. His head and his hair was white as snow. White. His head and his hairs. His hairs is the hair on his head and his beard, his facial hair. Well, white like wool. That's a wool of hair. We got wool of hair. We don't have string of hair. So no, show by the Jesus they call you, he got string of hair. So that's strike 2, 1 against him. And strike 2 is he got white wool of hair. They show him as a blonde head man. His eyes were as a flaming fire. He got red eyes. This is a black and white picture, but you can see he got red eyes. But they show you the Jesus they show you got blue eyes. His feet is like unto fine brass. His feet and his face all look the same. So if your feet ain't one color, your face, you all the same color. See what I'm saying? You got the same color. He said, guess what? His feet, in his feet, like unto fine brass. Brass is a derivative of brown. Brass is like a penny. You don't see no copper penny. You don't see the brass penny. It's a brown penny. So that's another strike against that so-called white Jesus you got. He's a pale-faced white guy. He's showing you. He'll pay so-called. I take that back. He's a pale-faced red man. He's a red man in short because there's no such thing as a white man because there's no such thing as a black man. So guess what? That's another strike against him. That's a black man. Pay attention to that picture as I read. As if they burnt in the furnace. Look how dark he is. If it was a color picture, you can see he's a dark man. He had nothing look like this Jesus they showing you. Pay attention to that picture. And his voice as the sound of many waters. He don't have no weak voice. I heard a girl say, a black man that got so much swagger, even his voice, how it's deep. See, they recognize who he is. They recognize who he is. I just gave you a description in the Bible on what we look like. But they didn't give you a description and they come out of the Bible. They'll say they don't know what they look like. The Bible describes what it look like. Like I told you, I'm not saying that's him, but if I had to draw a picture, somebody told me to draw a picture, this is what I'll draw a picture of. He didn't have the Jesus they showed you got woolly hair, mean white hair. He got blonde eyes, he got blue eyes, and he got blonde hair. And he got red skin. Looks nothing like the way the Bible describes him. I'm gonna get to it when I show you what tribe he come out of. And then where you come from. Because once you find out where you come from, it's amazing. When you find out where you come from. Revelation 5:5. Revelation 5:5. And one of the elders said unto me, this John on the island of Patmos. One of the elders said unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. Judah again. So you have a name, but they won't tell you who your name is, but they won't tell you where you come from. You were named after you so-called Jesus Yahushua. You was named after Jesus, so-called Jesus' real name, Yahushua. That's where you get your name from. That's why you're a Jew. That's why Judah. That's why I describe you as a black man. But they'll never tell you this, but I'm trying to break it down and show you this. And he said he come from the root of David. King David, he came out of that same bloodline. Because they keep telling you immaculate deception, but he came out of the seed of David. See, if you know the Bible a little bit, you'll understand that. If you not, the people who know the Bible so-called, this resonate with them. The people who don't, you need to go back and look at my video and study and read the Bible for yourself. So when I'm talking like this, you'll get a better understanding. Now, for the people who know a little something, this kind of resonate. They saying, wow, it's making sense. See, it's making sense. Yeah. See, guess what? He said from the Lion or the tribe of Judah. Ain't we the lions? Ain't we the 12 tribes of Israel? Why you get them shirts that Bob Marley had a big old lion on his shirt? Why? How you gonna tell the lion from the lion this? Because he got a beard, he got a mane. So you got to put all this together. He don't have a naked face. You got these brothers right here shaving their face, got a naked face. His face don't supposed to be naked. They shaved our face and call us boy. That's why you get the name. That's why they call us boy when they're doing slavery time. They won't let you grow a beard. They'll make you shave it because it'll make you look masculine. They couldn't. They put fear in their eyes when you see that big old lion trotting through the damn jungle. He got that mane. He muscular and big. You fear that. So if I come through there and I take off my beard, here comes the lion. You don't know whether you're a lioness or a lion. They cut your beard. You got the naked mouth, and guess what? That's why you go bumps all on your face. That's why your face all blistered up and bumped up. You try your best to mask it with different makeup, different alcohol, whatever you put on your face, because you're supposed to have hair on your face. That's why they got to make a special razor for you, because guess what? When you shave your face, it bumps up. See what I'm saying? If you get too close on your neck, too close on your head, you get bumps all on your head. You got people got them sold and all in the back of the head because they get too close with a razor. You don't even supposed to shave your head. You supposed to use, you got some clippers you can use where you can have hair on your head. If you see my head, I got hair still, it's low, but I got hair on my head. Because if you get it too close, you get bumps all on your skin, all on your face. You supposed to look like a man, not a boy. Okay, go to Hebrews 7:14. This is what I want to show you. This really where everything is good. The Lord, everything is good, man. This is great information for us to learn who we are. Black man, you Judah. Black man, you Judah. Black man, you Judah. Check this out. I want you to catch this right here. 7 Hebrews 7:14. Excuse me, folks. Let me get the drink of this water here, cause it's good. It's good. Let me get a drink of this water right here real quick. This is what I want to show you. Catch this now. Black man, you are Judah. Until you recognize who you are, you won't stop killing each other. You won't stop disrespecting your woman. You won't leave your kids. You'll love your brother. You'll love your mother, your aunts. You'll love the women. You won't be disrespectful. You'll be an obedient child. But if you don't know who you are, you run amok. You just wow, because you have no idea who you are. But I see so many people waking up. I didn't know Tip Top was like this. I see so many people waking up. I see all the Hebrew brothers, they showing different stuff, trying to wake people up. I see the women's waking up, because here, see, these women are recognizing now that 1% thing ain't working for them. See, but anyway, get back to this here. Catch this. I want you to read. I want you to follow along with me. This is very important. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, in which Moses spake. Nothing concerning priesthood. See, this is our father. See, this is our father. Judah, we come out of the bloodline of Judah. You come from great kings. You come from out of the bloodline of King David, the same blood. You got Jesus' actual blood running through your body. Why you think they keep trying to get you to go get all these old crazy tests? Why you think they want to contaminate your blood by making you? You seen the other video I did? Why you think they want to contaminate your blood? Because they want you to mix and mingle with them. They want your blood to be in them. Why you think they want to love you so much? Why you think every nation wants your seed? Every nation wants your seed. Even our women want us. They don't want to say it. They know they need us because society is trying to take them away from us. But guess what? Our seed is so potent because you come out of the bloodline of so-called Jesus, real name Yahweh Shah. You come out of his bloodline, come out of his father bloodline. It describes you. What the Bible say? If you seen me, you seen my father. So Jesus looked just like his father. You might well say they're twins. So if I look like Jesus and Jesus look like God, guess who I look like? I look like God too. So he come in the image of us. They look like us. He look like powerful men. He's not a weak man. You see, if we were to take care of our body like supposed to, everybody be standing up straight. A 52-inch chest, 22-inch arm. Some guys don't even have to work out, walk around here looking like professional bodybuilders. You got white people around here taking dope, drugs, everything to get like we look. We're going to the gym and we really did what we're supposed to do. They'll be fearful of all of us. Why you think they put all that bad food in our neighborhood? Why you think they put on drugs in our neighborhood? Why you think they put all the cookies, ice cream, cake, crab, shrimp, anything that we don't hog that we don't supposed to be eating? Because they got to break our body down. Our body's so strong and built, they can't break it down, but over a period of time, they can. They take the melanin out your skin because they got stuff that rip your melanin out. It make you weak. Your melody give you creativity. It make you smart. It make your tone and your arm and your body. That's why you look different from anybody else. You look totally different. I want you to go to Deuteronomy 7:6. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Holy means separate people. Let the church tell you this crazy stuff. They got you saying like Holy Ghost, you jumping up in the air. Holy means separate. It means separate people. I'm trying to tell you. Holy means separate. So when that's why God said we are separate people. That's why you look like nobody look like you. Nobody can do nothing you do. I seen guys flipping over cars. Whoop, whoop. And he went to no gymnastics school and spent no $4,000-5,000 there. They can go to the Olympic. If they didn't put so many stipulations on going to the Olympics, we can go to the Olympics off a training in the backyard and beat all them people that's in the Olympics. And we'll win all the gold medals. So why you think they do certain things to keep us out of it? They tell us you can't wear caps. When our natural hair, it's like a water flow through our head. We can swim. Because the way our hair is made for that. See, our body made to maneuver through things. Our body made to get through things. So they'll never tell you if you don't know you from Judah, you'll never understand. They don't know you from the bloodline of Yahshua, Yahushua. That's why our bloodline, King David, King Solomon. You don't understand. That's where we come from, man. All the great kings of the Bible. That's where I got my chart, but my chart is up front. I would want to go out there and get it, but I don't want to destroy the thing. But our chart, you can see the bloodline. So the next time I come, I'm gonna have the bloodline where we come from. It show you your bloodline. All the kings and where Jesus bloodline, that's the bloodline we come from. That's where the tribe of Judah come from. That's where the tribe of Judah. That black man, your name is Judah. Black man, your name is Judah. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord their God. And the Lord their God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for you were the least of all people, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your father. Had the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of the Pharaoh king of Egypt? Did he bring us out of there? He brought us out of captivity. And he wanted us out of captivity, but he cannot bring us out of captivity until the so-called black man know that he come from the tribe of Judah. The Jews came out of the bloodline of David. We came from King David. Everybody heard of King David. That's your man. That's your bloodline. He's your relative. He is your great relative. He's your relative. But why won't they tell you that? They call you boy. They call you a people. They won't call us who we are. You'll never hear them crackers. Sorry. You'll never Esau call us Judah. They'll never call us Judah. White people would never call us Judah. Esau would never call us Judah. See, I got to be careful with my words because they flagged me when I told them about Ezekiel, where it say about the plague and pestilence, and some kind of way I integrated with the vaccine, with the corona. They flagged me. They want to take that video down because guess what? It's in the Bible. They're trying to hide stuff now. Like one of my elders said, you better take heed what we teach you because they didn't know. They didn't calculate that God was going to use these YouTube pages to get his word out on. That's why he said the highways and byways. Now we're on the highways and byways. We don't even I don't even have to have $1 million church. You don't even have to pay me tithe to take your money away from you while they ride in a $60,000 car, living in a $500,000 house or $1 million house, wearing $600 suits and $300 shoes while you catching the bus or you the shuttle come get you while your life being ready to get cut off, while your house was like it been condemned. But they get in cars and ride off and go to the opposite side of town. See the word getting out, but what's gonna happen one day? The scripture says that the words won't be around because I see a lot of my elders are talking about how they taking them off and they got to keep joining other stations and make stations because they can't take them off because the word coming out. See, but you'll never understand it because you'll never read, you'll never study, you never get it. We come out of the root of David. 40, Genesis 49:9. This is us. Yeah. I want you to catch this and understand what's going on. Just imagine you're the strongest animal in the jungle, but I want you to catch this right here, please, people. Judah is a lion weeping. He's a lion. He crying. He weeping from the prey, my son, that are gone up. For from the prayer, my son, that are gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, and as an old lion. Who shall rise him up? Who gonna rise up Judah? Judah's you black man. Who gonna rise you up, black man? Who gonna rise you up, so-called black man? Cause long as they keep calling you black man, you'll never rise up. You'll be a big old cowardly lion in the jungle. When you'll pounce on your brother, of course you'll do that. You'll shoot your brother. Of course you'll beat your wife. Of course you'll beat your kids and leave your kids. Of course you'll shoot your brother. Of course you'll be disrespectful to old people. Of course you'll cuss and shoot each other all out in the club. Of course you'll be on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. You'll be everywhere disrespecting yourself. Of course you weeping right now. But who should wake you up? The word got to wake you up. You come out of the bloodline of so-called Jesus, in real name Yahweh Shai. That's your bloodline, man. I just showed you. If you don't believe me, go back and read this scripture I'm giving you. That's your bloodline. You got to wake up. Acts. Acts 13:1. Judah. You throughout this whole Bible. All the prophets, all the people, when Ezekiel described all the angels, they black. All the prophets, black. All everybody in the Bible, black. Until it's too much. I wish I can take 2 or 3 hours and just explain to you all that. It take more than that. But you all the prophets. You all the people in the Bible. They sought to kill you. Even some of his own people sought to kill you. Even some of his own people sought to kill you the same way they killing us. They'll get on here and say we this and say we that, say we lying, say we evil, say we devil, when the word is right in front of your face. If you've been demoralized so long, you keep calling yourself black, you'll never get out. So I don't care what, if you hear a man call himself black, he's still lost. He's still lost if he calls himself black. Because he's not black, he's not a color. You're not a color crayon. You still calling yourself black. He's still, I don't care how much education he got, how smart you think he how fine it look. If you talking to a man and he calls himself black, he's still lost. His views have not changed. He'll still treat you the same way if you reach somebody that's on the corner, because he still calls himself a black man. He'll still disrespect you. He'll still do these things because he still calls himself a black man, but he know no better. Because he won't study, he won't read. He'll study stuff to make him look good on the earth, but he don't know he got an afterlife. Now there was in the church, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas, Simeon, that were called nigger, Niger. If you read it in Latin, it means Niger. If you look it up, if you look the word up, it's really a place. It's called black. It's like it's a place in Africa. It's a place over there in West Africa called Niger. It's the land of the blacks. These are black people. These are so-called black people over there. So even these people know that they was black men because they called them out. Well, you and your pastor never showed you that. When the hell somebody called somebody a Niger or a nigger? Because once we got over here, they couldn't pronounce it. So they start calling us nigger. Niger is only mean black. If you go look it up, it's in the Republic of Africa. It's a landmass. But they won't even tell you that. But I'm giving you scripture to go by. Folks, you got to stop calling yourself black. You're a Hebrew Israelite, man. We got to wake up. We got to wake up and do right. If you don't, we'll be lost as the people. I'm going to tell you something. These are some wicked people that we're dealing with. I'm doing like Biden did. Not even calling his name, but you know who I'm talking about. want you to go to Mark 33. These people don't want us to know who we are. See, their world is coming down right before their eyes. They fighting against each other. The Bible already described that they're gonna be fighting against each other. They divided. All you gotta do is step back. They'll kill each other off. They're like we killing each other off. They'll kill each other off. You got basically you got the Confederate and the Union, Confederate and the Union all over again, but they fighting amongst themselves. I'm gonna give it to you. It's in the Bible. Man, what you talking about? Mark 3, 23 through 26. And he said, and he called them unto him, and said unto them in a parable. Excuse me there. How can Satan cast out Satan? That's them. They the Union, they the Confederate. They attack the Capitol. They just keep, now they having their celebration. To me, it seems like what they're having is a celebration, not a remorse. They after a while, it's going to be a holiday. They're going to put in holiday. I told you, they tell you to forget, but they'll never forget. They have celebration, whatever they call memorial. They celebrate this thing. None of them people want to go to prison. They just get in the prison. And they had a parade in St. Augustine. They put them in like a light. It's a park down there where they have all the lights in. Instead of having all the lights were still there, but the people came to the park too. Had the rubber flag. They had the Ku Klux Klan flag. Trying to let these people go. The one that already got a little time. They ain't got no time. They what 3-4 months. That's treason. It should have been shot and killed. It should have been hung. They call that treason. But check this out. They are fighting against each other. Check this out. I'm gonna read it to you again. And he called them unto him and said, because the Pharisees trying to say that he was the devil. But this is what he was saying. He said, well, how? And he called unto them, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? If a kingdom is divided against itself, the kingdom cannot stand. If a house is divided, if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. If Satan rise up against himself, be divided, he cannot stand, but has an end. They're gonna have an end. Because you can't, they divided. We got to stay out of it. See, the Bible don't lie. The Bible tried to tell us, but the church not showing us this in the Bible. I search these scriptures. I look and I see what's going on. They divide. You know they divide amongst each other. You got to. Just basically they are the Confederate each other. They go in there. You see they killing. They trying to kill Nespinosa. They trying to kill Pence. They don't care. They don't even give a dog on who in their way. So we get out there and let them kill themselves. Law said the house cannot stand. They cannot stand together because they're divided. They're gonna be fighting against each other. All we gotta do is stay our butt out. But guess what? You will see us marching and they fight. You will see us marching and fight. Same way we did when we was in their fight. When they got freedom in 1776, they promised us freedom. The first, I can't think of his name right now, but the first they even know the name of the first black person to get killed when in the spirit of 1776 war. And you still came back and you still in slavery. Every war you went in, you came back, you still in slavery. Every war you've been in, you came back, you still in slavery. They still wouldn't let you use the water when you came back from Vietnam. They still spit on you, they even hung men on the bus, grabbed them off the bus, knew they would come home and hung them. So even right now today, you went to Kuwait, you done went to all kind of war we done had. Guess what they do? They come back. I see them on downtown now, living like bones. You done served this country. Matthew 12. And just to be it, folks. Hopefully I got my message across. Hopefully you was able to understand what I'm trying to get to you. See, one thing about it, they'll say there's a hate speech. How is hate speech telling you who you are? Somebody please explain to me, how can I have a hate speech when I'm telling you your nationality, telling you your bloodline? Is that a hate speech because I'm telling you who you are? Yes, it is a hate speech to them because they don't want you to wake up. They want to keep you just where you at, docile, weak, and demoralized. Matthew 12, 25 through 27. And Jesus knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. They just had it. They divided, so they start off at the capital. They had 1 million militia, KKK, what you want to call them, ready for 2024. Because if Trump run and they feel like he lose, they ready to fight. So they killing any and everybody. They don't kill white folk, black folk, green folk. They make no difference who they kill because this is what they're gonna do. Because the Lord said that it is brought to desolation. So desolation means destroyed. So it's still standing. It's got to be destroyed because they're gonna be fighting against each other. All you gotta do is sit back and listen to what the Lord say. In every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. They ain't gonna stand because they're divided against themselves. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then the king stand? God said they divided. How this kingdom gonna stand? How this wicked United States of America, modern day Babylon, gonna stand when they're fighting against each other? And if I, by Beelzebub, cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? You see how God did that? God snapped back. That was a snap back. You ever heard of a snap back? Jesus Christ just snapped back at the Pharisees. He said, and if I be Beelzebub cast out devils, can you imagine this black man speaking? If I be Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your children cast out? Therefore, there shall be to you your judge. God said they're gonna be your judge. Cause y'all they gonna judge you. Judging Biden, ain't they judging the Democrats? You got people in office doing this and doing that because they know what time it is. You divided amongst the coronavirus now. Now you got the CDC and you got the White House saying the CDC need to get themselves together. They're telling people 14 days, 10 days, 5 days. Now you got to take this booster, that booster. They got 3 more diseases, 3 more corona that came out within this week. IHU is in France. 12 people have it now. Now they have located 1 person in the United States that have it. You got the Ecron, what do you call that? The Cron virus, if I'm saying it right. And you got Corona. Corona means the flu and the virus at the same time. So they are divided amongst themselves. So just sit back, folks, and let it happen. But did y'all catch that snap back that Jesus gave? You know that's a black man. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. I love you. I do this out of love. I try to do this out of love. They call it hate. They flagging me now. So hey, somebody watching it. Cause YouTube don't flag nobody now. Unless YouTube watching it. They going through and checking it out. Somebody had to call in for them to notice it. So somebody, it's being watched. I thought maybe my stuff wasn't getting out good. I'm so happy. I'm so proud. Hey, I'll tell you one more thing. I'm gonna go. I was at work the other day, right? And I was going across on Arlington Service Road. It was some Muslims out there, I guess, and they were Muslim. They was out there selling how they be selling the paper. One guy came up to me. He said, I know who you are. I know who you are. I said, I see your fringes. I want to have my fringes on. He said, you're Hebrew Israelite. He said, tell me something good. I said, okay, man. I said, you from Ishmael, right? He said, yeah. He said, Hagar. So he already knew what we're talking about. I said, if you don't read that part, did you read this part? I said, who the promise was given to? He said, Isaac. I said, if you know God gave them the promise, why would you follow something else? I said, you read your Quran? He said, yeah. I said, what's your Quran say about the Hebrew Israelite? That they are God's chosen people? I said, if your Quran and your Bible tell you that we are the chosen people, why are you following this? He's a young guy, so he stepped back. I done planted a seed in his head. Maybe he'll come out and get with the real program. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. I love you. I love you. I promise I do. Shalom.